What's going on, people? It's your boy Guatemala. This topic, suffering in silence, is sorry, I got an animal behind me. This topic, suffering in silence, is a big one, man. And what you thinking?
Yeah, when they talking to us, man, they hear the Insecurity podcast, right? They see the bros going back and forth at it, right? Talking about righteous stuff, talking about virtues, and then sometimes you get this idea in your head, you get this notion in your head that that we're talking from a point of perfection,
Mm.
and the idea is not that we're perfect. We try to tell you all the time that we're not perfect. A lot of sometimes I've even heard feedback from people that I like, right? People that are a little in conto, right? People that are close to me who are saying things like, "Oh man, you guys are just holier than thou," and you saying you should do this and you should do this to get it right, and you must understand that when we talking about these subjects and we bringing this up, these are stuff that we have already struggled with.
Yeah.
And, and,
Yep.
and not only did we already struggle with it, presently still struggle with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a, you know, it gets kind of frustrating, when you suffering out loud and when you struggling with different things because people think that you know that obviously you must be trying to be better than them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And that can't be further from the truth. Like when you're talking about suffering out loud, the reason why it's important to suffer out loud because someone else might have the answer to your problem. And
Right.
never once would I think, yes, I think I can solve a lot of problems, but never once would I think I can solve a lot of problems without someone help.
Right.
You know, keeping it to myself does nothing. Me being quiet about it, it does nothing. But one thing that I try to practice is I want I want it to be known that hey, I am suffering right now. Do you have the problem? Do you have the answer? I
Right.
don't view everybody as my enemy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, although I know some people might think differently on this conversation, but I don't view everybody as my enemy. I don't view everybody as my friend either. But I'm just saying, you're not automatically my foe just because you're not my friend. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think people get it confused and they think that they don't want to give someone a leg up or they don't want to give somebody an advantage. In a competition standpoint, I get it. Life is a competition. I get it. I get it. Whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to stuff, you are around your team, because that's what most people say you be around your team. Why wouldn't you verbalize it? Why wouldn't you bring it to light? Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
be like, this is what I struggle with? I struggle with my addiction to porn.
Yeah.
Is something that you have you ever dealt with that? I struggle with my addiction to gambling. I can't stop cheating on my wives.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, those
Yeah.
are five struggles that that I think people would take it as a weakness if they verbalize it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we all go through it, yo. We all go through it, and like Brandon was saying, we're going through it now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've been this and other. Don't ever get it confused and think that we are talking like we're better. Because it's funny that you say that. Because I had somebody close to me. I had somebody close to me and say, "Oh, you just Professor Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
You just know it all."
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sharing what I've learned from me failing. For me failing, I'm sharing exactly what I've learned from me failing. How is that me coming off as I just know it all? I don't want you to feel the same way I feel.
Right. I'm trying to keep you, you know, you know, you ever been walking and then you trip right? And then you trip, and as soon as you trip, you ever look around to see who saw you trip? This is
Yeah,
some real shit. Like this is real, right? You ever look around and see like, yo, did somebody see me fall? Right? Because it's embarrassing,
yeah,
right? But instead of trying to cover our tracks, right? Or try to walk straight to be like, hey, it's a hole right there.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
hole in the ground right there, man. I just almost bust my ass,
yeah,
right? Let me tell you so you don't bust your ass too. You know what I'm saying? And then instead of looking at me like, oh, you think right? Or you think that you a better walker than me. I'm a better walker than you.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
would never bust my ass like you. And it's like, okay, fine. But then the next hole come around and then you bust your ass. And then you looking like you can't trust nobody. Now everybody the enemy.
yeah,
Now everybody is a problem because you fell where you didn't want to listen to somebody tell you that it was danger right there.
yeah.
That's a fact, man.
I don't understand what program or if we need to be reprogrammed as human beings, but like just because somebody teaches you something, like on the fly, and it's always the on the fly teachings. It's always
Yeah.
the on the fly teaching somebody wrong. So if you pay for a course, you're not going to argue with that person. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You go to the school, you go to you're not going to argue with that person. But the people that's giving you the free game, that's on the fly, your friend,
Yeah.
your friend.
See, I ain't listening to him.
I ain't listening. What you think you're doing?
I ain't listening to him. Why? Because I know
You,
him.
you see everything. You saw that ground was lifted a little bit. You see everything, don't you? What? Nah, I just tripped, bro. What you said? Like just say don't do.
It's it's an insecurity, and it's the insecurity in their own things.
Yeah.
It's an insecurity in their own. It's an insecurity in their own dreams. I think I brought this up the last time we sat down and talked with y'all about a my dream and a daydream and a God dream. And I got that from Pastor Diane, right? And the thing about it is that a lot of times people won't tell you what their aspirations are or what their goals really are because they feel like maybe you gonna sabotage their dream. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're not gonna tell them the reality of what something is because you already been there. Like it's so many people, yo. Come on, dog. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, brother.
It's so many people who are past the age of traditional college goers, right? Who are 23 plus, right? And you tell them like, hey, hey, look, man, I ain't start going back to college till I was 26, 27. You know what I mean? I had to get my life. I had to work overnight. I had to go to school full time during the day. I never had any time to myself, and I did this all on the fly. I'm trying to tell you so you can do this to prepare for yourself, but instead of being open and honest to say, yo, that's my dream too. That's my aspiration too. I want to be a chemist, right? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse, but you don't tell me or somebody else that's close to you that because why you feel like they're going to discourage your dream because you don't have enough confidence in your own self going back. And it's like, you can do it. And if you
Yeah.
tell me, I will give you the moral support that is necessary to get through that because you're going to need it because I needed it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
wish somebody was there to tell me different pitfalls that I ran into with going with that. The different things say, yo, hey, you still gotta show up there early. Hey, you the oldest person in the class. People won't be looking for leadership from you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna know everything. You might be the dumbest person in the class sitting next to some 17-year-old genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is but because nobody was there to be like to guide you, you gotta be willing to be coachable. That's another chapter. Y'all not listening.
Hey,
Right? It's another chapter. You got to be coachable.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. And that's not to imply, we got to say it again, that's not to imply that we know everything. We don't know shit.
No, not even, look, not even a little bit, for real. We only know what we've been introduced to and what we've messed up.
Mm-hmm.
We've only know what we've been introduced to and what we've messed up. So if me, like you, using the example that you gave, starting school again at 26, right? Starting college at 26, I haven't been introduced with that. I'm not going to say 17. I haven't been introduced with that 19-year-old person that I'm sitting next to in class that's already been in school for 2 years.
Yeah.
He's already been, as far as this side of the world, he's already been introduced and messed up more times than I have. He struggled more. He's 19.
That 19-year-old could have already been through rehab, man. You don't know these shit, man. You don't know these things, man.
Look, these are things that yes, they go unsaid. Yes, they go unsaid. That's why, you know what, I always applaud the heroin addicts that make the posts about them beating it, beating the addiction, you know what I mean, changing their life around and stuff like that. Those posts, I always applaud those posts because honestly, there's somebody here right now that don't think they can beat that addiction.
Right.
That don't think they can. That really do want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we learn from each other. We are here. Somebody asked me what's the meaning of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Asked me what the meaning of life is. And I said, meaning of life is help.
Ooh.
Niggas like help. I said, yeah, the meaning of life is help. In all ways that we think of life, it's us helping.
Yeah. That's right.
In all ways that you think of life, it's us helping. You cannot give me an example of life that doesn't require help.
Yeah.
I would.
You know what I would even say? You know what I would even go further with saying that?
I'm listening.
Your purpose is directly related to the service that you are willing to give to other people.
Yeah.
Right? It's what you are willing to do to help someone else.
Listen, not saying that because I know people gonna get some backlash saying, well, you ain't successful. I'm not successful in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to who?
Yeah, but what I'm about to say is they literally say a key to success is find a way that you can be of service or of help to something, someone, a situation, environmental, whatever. But it's all about dealing with help.
And
you know,
you know what? I'm sorry to cut you. I'm sorry to cut you off, Guatemala. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Keep rolling. Let's go.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Guatemala, but check it out, right? And the reason why so many people are struggling to find out what they're supposed to do in life because they only want to help themselves.
That's it. They only caring about what's in it for me.
What can I get out of it?
What's in it for me? And it's quite sad because if you just look at that person that struggled just like you, you can help with. I told my father earlier this week, my father is 60, 61, 62, 63, one of them ages. He up there now.
He up there.
Nah, he's 60 years old. He's 60 years old. And I said, I'm just talking to him. I said, Dad, you ever think about what you would tell your 32-year-old self?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he had some things that he would say. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which I'm sure if you ask your parents the same question, they're going to have some things that they're going to say too. And I said, you know that you can share that information with me. Because your son right here, I'm 32.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So often we forget that just because we might not be able to change what we thought we did wrong, we can share what we did wrong and change it in the next person's life. Whether that's your kids, a younger person that you work with, or anything like that. How many people made bad business deals or bad anything like that? And then the person next to them do the same mistake. They don't do that.
They watch, man, brother. They will sit there and will watch the person make the same mistake, put themselves in the same position to be bankrupt, put themselves to be in the same position.
But it doesn't like, all right, so I do know some lessons you do have to go through. So I don't want to say everything. I don't want to say, but a lot of things can be taught by just saying, this is what I went through. You don't need to take it there. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go that route. Now, guess what? If you want to go that route, you now have a precaution though that like, hey, you know what? I don't want to become bankrupt. So let me go ahead and smarten it up this way because I see where he went wrong.
Right.
And just learn from other people. And you can't learn from another person and they're not struggling out. You gotta struggle out, man. You have to struggle out.
And that's why I feel like it was so important for us when we get on here to be transparent. You know what I mean? And maybe sometimes we don't get to the actual personal story of it. You know what I mean? And more of the lesson and not the actual personal story. But everything that we talk about come with its own personal experience. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is saying the thing just because we're thinking it just to be saying it. You know what I mean? Like that's not happening.
Do we have Eminem in here today?
Eminem here? All right. Auto Marshall. We do got a Marshall here.
Come on.
You do got the beat. You got the 8 Mile beanie on. Need spaghetti on spaghetti. But a lot of times we don't talk about those things. Like, I was talking to my son earlier this week, and we was talking about phone bills, right? And I said, listen, man, don't put nobody on your phone. Don't put nobody on your phone plan, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a bad move, right? Especially as a 19-year-old, right? Don't put nobody on your phone plan, dog. And mind you, he already did this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Conversation is probably too late.
The conversation was too late. But the only reason why my advice would have been there.
Yeah.
My advice would have been there. But like many of us, right, we don't tell people about the struggle until we inside of the struggle.
Yeah.
It's no preempt. It's no planning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No preemptiveness about it. To say, hey man, do you think I should put somebody else on my phone plan? I would say no.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't ever do that. Because why? Because why? Things fall apart. Don't do something like that. You know what I mean? Because things fall apart, and now things fell apart, and now he like, damn. Now what am I supposed to do? Hey man, you might have to bite that bullet, bro.
You under contract.
You under contract. You under contract now. I would have told you.
Yeah.
I would have told you the steps to do to avoid it. Why? Because I did something dumb like that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, like I said, it's certain purchases, it's certain obligations that you wouldn't put yourself under. I remember one time, let me tell y'all a story since y'all like story time so much.
Yeah.
Since I like story time so much, I remember there was this one girl I was dealing with. Hello. And I was like, I really want to do something. I was maybe 18 or 19, right? And I was like, I really want to do something special for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to my to my godmother about it, right? And I was like, hey, what's your thoughts on it? I ain't talked to my mom out of insecurity because I already know that she was gonna say no.
Yeah.
It's a lesson in that, right? I already knew that she was gonna say no. But so I talked to my godmom. I said, hey, do you think I should spend, this much money? It might have been like $400 or so, right? I said, do you think and that was like, that had to be 2/3 of my daggone McDonald's check. And, and I was like, do you think I should spend this money on so and so I can make their day special? And she said, if that's what you feel, right? Which she should have said no. But she said, if that's what you feel like you should do, then go ahead and do it, right? I did that. Less than a week later, we was broken up.
Yeah. Did you ask for it back?
No, I didn't even ask for the joint back. Because I already felt like it was going to be a no, or like, I was trying to save my own face, right? But the thing is that without reaching out, so here it goes. That's the thing. Yeah. Don't only reach out to people, reach out to the right people.
Yeah.
Reach out to the right people because there are some people who are going to enable you.
Yeah. That's good. Good add-on.
Right? And they're going to tell you what you want to hear with you even knowing that it's a bad idea.
You have to know, you got to know that the people that you put in your circle, whatever, you got to know if they're yes men. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Nah, yeah. Nah, that's a good one. When I was 18, well, actually when I was like 16, I bought one of the promise rings and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And old girl, she what's her name? She sent me a picture of it recently, so she still got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Need that back.
I need that. Because obviously you break promises. Because you're the only one I want in my life.
Well, she gonna know who she is when she sees where she sees. I need it. I'm glad you still got it. Thanks. I need it back.
I was wondering where that thing was. I promise you, girl.
Yeah. No, that's, hey, give it back.
That's funny.
But you bought old girl the 400.
Yeah.
You spent the 400. You got her. You made her day, and you went a week.
Yeah.
And then it was over.
Over fast. It was over fast. I could at least waited 2 weeks and got the money back.
Yeah. Hey, look, like, that's a lesson in itself, man. Ask the right people, man. Ask the right people. Say stuff out loud to the right people. To the right people.
Struggle out loud.
Thank you guys for joining. This is the end of the show. Hopefully you guys learned some great tips from B. Horace and Walt Mars. Tune in next time. We're here Mondays at 8. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even YouTube. Email us and let us know if you want to jump on and have a conversation. If you're watching this on replay, just type in replay. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember that the power is in the palm of your hands.
Be intelligent.